Hi, this is awkward. Hello, I'm this. How do you start these things? Hi, I'm this person. I use he pronouns. In case you're wondering, or want to refer to me. I draw. I draw. I make drawings and I sometimes make music, but mostly I draw and, invest a lot of time in visual arts. My dad always nurtured that in me through my entire childhood, and as I was growing up, he was encouraging me a lot to just be artistic. And so when I was 14, I already made like very, very bad comics. But besides that, it was the first time in my life that I actually joined a community of local artists. Of course, I left that community because it was very toxic. It was very high school, it had a high school-ish dynamic of just, it's all gossip, it's all beef, there's a lot of gatekeeping, and I really didn't enjoy that. And there was no room to just be yourself and don't feel the need that you have to kiss some ass to just be accepted. So I left that community, and that brought me a lot of frustration. And, it was not gonna be the first time that I was gonna feel frustration. Oh no. The next, two stages of my life where I felt a lot of frustration was art school, and when I spent a lot of time on Instagram. And don't get me wrong, I still spend a lot of time on Instagram, but hear me out. Art school actually, fucked with me because I don't know, photorealism and hyperrealism and whatever realism was way more celebrated than an individual style and actual creativity. And it was so frustrating because I really wanted to fit in, so I changed my whole approach to art, and I just castrated myself. That sounds awful, I'm really sorry. But I rejected my own style and had a more calculated approach with art, because I thought it needed to be this display of technical ability, and Instagram just reinforced that. It was just like seeing all these oil painters that were either self-taught or were in art school, and it was they all paint in a very similar way with a very similar color scheme, and I'm not dropping any names, so I don't, like, look, this is my first video. I don't want to be like, let's start beef, with this other community. But, like, I'm not dropping names, so I think we're good. But you know what I mean? Like, this oil painting rock stars that honestly made me feel very unforgiving with my own workflow and with my learning process. And I became very intolerant with myself and my style. And that created a lot of self-doubt in the way that I did things. Honestly, we can talk about art school and we can talk about Instagram artists. That's a whole nother video. Like, what are the effects of these things in your small baby brain, artist brain that is trying to grow? I think all of those things combined actually did have an effect on me, and it was like I started to distrust my own criteria and my own, every decision I made with a painting or a drawing or an illustration, I would question it 1,000 times, and I would be like, would this fantastic painter would do the same that I'm doing, and I would just doubt myself so much. And even today I still do that, okay? Like, it hurt me a lot, but I don't know, like, every time I just saw like I watched speed paints, whether it be digital art or traditional art, mixed media, whatever, people was always great, and people would curate their content so well, because that's what gets you followers, that you look at them and you're like, do these people ever fail? And honestly, after I learned the academy, I learned the rules of academy, and I learned anatomy and how to work with volumes and shadings and blah, and I honestly didn't feel as fulfilled. I was just staring at my work being like, where is my serotonin? Please, I'm depressed. I don't feel anything. I want to feel things. Anyway, but Instagram also gave me good things, like Austin. He is a fantastic and very hardworking illustrator that takes the time to do weekly shout-outs of new artists or artists that he found super interesting or he loved a certain piece. And, I stand and I found people like her or like her who actually inspire me so much because they're younger and you can see that their way of drawing is more relaxed, more loose, you can actually feel the enjoyment, the joy of when someone enjoys drawing, you can tell as an audience, you can realize those things. And I stopped following all these Instagram superstars and oil painting rock stars, and I started following small accounts and small young artists, and these are the people that I look up to now because I feel like they have such a fresh approach and they're not trying to fit in a community that is actually producing very, artists that are very similar. Again, please don't, I'm not trying to start beef, okay? But yeah, I don't know, shout out to these people. They're all great. Follow them. They're amazing. They are inspiring the creation of this channel. So, all of this, going through frustration and finding new artists and actually, appreciating artists that are not famous, I realized that I want to create a platform. Probably this already exists. I'm not the first person to do it, but where we can enjoy process, when we can create a community that is way more forgiving with failing and progressing and learning. It's welcoming of newbies. You don't have to be an expert to be here. We're not gonna roast you. You're learning. We're all learning here. So let's collab. We can stream together. We can collaborate on a video together. We can interview each other. Let's just take it as a game. And I just want to have fun when I draw. And I want art to be a playground again. I don't want it to be like this activity where I feel like I have to excel every time, and I just, I know there's people that wants to do that, but I feel like I'm really burnt out from it right now. So I don't know, let's fail together, let's learn, and hopefully we can interact and create a community where we're friends. So I'll try my best to keep this channel very active. I have to deal with school, but I'll try my best. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for everyone involved, and I'll see you next time.